All right, I think we are live. Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your life, 15 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Today's topic is on multidimensional advertising with social media. Specifically, we'll be talking about Facebook since that's the biggest platform we work with here. And so this is our Friday special. We're actually going to dive into some pretty cool and deep content as it relates to your advertising strategy through social media. A lot of our members are already familiar with it. If you're not familiar with it, I'll keep things pretty high level so that it all makes sense for you. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fernie Ceballos. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple years of discovering the information we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $13 million in gross income into my home businesses, and I've helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars more in their incomes, respectively, in their businesses. That's in network marketing, direct selling, affiliate marketing. So what we do and teach works. It has actually enabled our clients to produce not only a single stream of income, but multiple streams of income. And so what we're going to dive into today is actually a big component, like actually one of the big pillars of our strategy that we show to network marketers and direct sellers to start building their following using social media and build it in a predictable way that you can control. You're not just putting a Facebook post out there or doing a Facebook Live and hoping somebody sees it. This is all done with intent and with predictability. Now, if you're new to our training, I highly recommend you subscribe to our daily lives. You can actually subscribe. If you're watching this on your mobile device, you can click on the actual video and a little menu will pop up. Actually, a ellipsis symbol will pop up. That'll bring up a menu where you can choose to follow us on our fan page and also turn on live notifications so that you get a little ping on your phone every time we go live. We bring on incredible training here every single day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We bring on trainers, 6, 7, and 8-figure income earners in network marketing, as well as top marketers in the online space. And so, with that said, I just want to see if we are live. Let me hold 1 second, guys. Yes, we are. What is up, everybody? Hello, Michelle, Amanda, Luke, Melinda, Mona. You guys can hopefully let me know if you guys can see me okay, if things are coming in loud and clear. I am gonna just clear some things from my browser here real quick, but just shoot me a message. Let me know that we're all good. Now let's hop right into our content. So multidimensional advertising with Facebook. What does that mean? Well, here's I'm gonna give you a little background as to how internet marketing or promoting lead generation and online marketing worked when I got started. So it used to be like when I was brand new to the online space and I was learning about attraction marketing and how to build my network marketing business online. I was taught by my mentor at the time. Okay, set up an ad. So set up this PPC ad. So PPC stands for pay per click. So from that ad, drive traffic into this capture page, and that's just basically a page that makes an offer to somebody with for something valuable in exchange for their contact information. So I can offer a free report or a video or some kind, and in exchange for access to that free report, somebody will give me their email, possibly even their phone number. I used to collect phone numbers back in the day when I was actually following up with all my leads. Now that we're a big company, we don't have to do that. But if you're brand new, I highly recommend you consider adding phone number as one of the fields that you offer when you're offering a lead magnet. So we set up an ad, drive traffic from that ad to a capture page, a page that makes an offer of something valuable in exchange for someone's contact information. About 30 to 40% of the people would subscribe. Basically, they would become leads. So they'd actually say, "Yeah, this is a good deal, Fernie. I'd like to learn more information," and they send me their information, their contact information. 30 to 40% would subscribe. That I was growing my email list. I got some phone numbers, and what would happen is a bunch of people immediately after they registered and became part of my email list, I would make them an offer for something that was paid. So it could be a book, it could be a free, not a free, but a short course, whatever it is, something that would cost anywhere between $20 to $100. Something immediately that you can offer them to help recoup your advertising cost and also give them an opportunity to go deeper and learn more about you. It's kind of similar to what we do now with AMF here at Elite Marketing Pro. It's just a little a little different, which I will talk about. So set up an ad, drive traffic. 40% would subscribe to our capture page. Some would buy now, so some would buy our offer or a free book or whatever now, and we'd also have their email, so we're able to follow up. So we're able to send follow-up emails to those people. We can send them automatically, so already emails are queued up, but we can also send broadcast. Some would buy later as a result of that follow-up. So some buy now, some buy later. So we're able to generate customers. Then, more recently, about 2 to 3 years ago, the landscape started changing. Where just doing that wasn't good enough because really social media, it was a place that was very different from the platform we used back then, and people demanded more connection. They wanted to know, like, and trust you, and also there's a lot of competition. So what we did is we changed this model. So now we have this model where we set up an ad on Facebook, drive traffic to a blog post. So now we want to build rapport even before we ask anyone for their contact information. So we drive traffic to a blog post from that ad. People read the blog post, they engage with it. They're like, wow, this is really good. I'd like to learn more. And then there's a call to action in the blog post, and then there's banners that offer something valuable in exchange for their information. Sound familiar? So it's just, we have this intermediate step where we're now offering value in exchange for their information. And so about 10 to 20% of the people that read the blog post or people that land on the blog post will subscribe. So not 30-40%, about half of our results. However, the people that are opting in are more qualified because they actually took the time to read the content that you created, and therefore there's connection that's built up, there's trust, there's credibility. So and again, like before, some people would buy now, some people would immediately after registering and becoming a subscriber, they would buy now whatever you're offering afterwards, and then some buy later if you're doing the follow-up. That's the model essentially that we have now. But even now, that model that I just described that we helped develop a couple years ago, and let me know if you guys are getting this, if you're understanding the differences between before and after. Drop me a number 1 if that's making sense so far. And I'm going to move on to what I recommend people do today, especially in a noisy marketplace in social media. Now, so that model is still working and working extremely well. Some of our members are crushing it, promoting, basically running ads to their own content, like a blog post on their own websites, and generating leads, growing huge leads, generating new customers and making sales for whatever it is they're promoting. And so that's that. However, because there's a lot of people, doing that, because there's a lot of people already doing this, so now like before, things are getting more competitive, and so what's happening now is you're gonna need to create something else in addition to just running an ad to a blog post. So you're gonna be doing that. So you're not abandoning the strategy I just described. Ad, blog post, lead magnet. Essentially, you offer something in exchange for their contact information. 10 to 20% will subscribe. You make an offer. Some buy now, some buy later. But the important thing is you have contact information. You're following up. You're building connection with the people that subscribe. So you hopefully, when you follow up with them, you're not just trying to pitch them. You're trying to offer them valuable information that's going to help them with whatever issues, problems, or desired outcomes they want to achieve. The ad part, so for now, in today's day and age, the ad portion, so the part of the ad, that's where it's become more complex. Facebook, if you haven't noticed, if you've done any advertising, is not just a one-dimensional platform. There's many options in terms of what type of ads you can run, but fundamentally, there's 3 types of ads on Facebook. And Facebook, the reason they have these three fundamental types of ads is because you actually have to take a more complex approach to Facebook because it's a social media platform, and social media people want to connect. They're not looking to buy anything right now. They're not even looking to opt in or register for anything. They're not actively looking for anything, unlike a search engine where somebody goes to Google and they like say, how do I do this? At that point they're telling you what they're looking for. And Facebook, that's not the case. So you need to build up more rapport. You need to build up the desire. So fundamentally, there's 3 types of ads you should be running at all times with Facebook. The first one is a likes campaign, and the likes campaign might seem like a waste of time or waste of money for some people that are first getting started. If you actually have run a likes campaign and have ever asked yourself, why am I doing this likes campaign? It's not leading to anywhere. Is it a waste of money? If you've asked yourself that question, drop me a number 2 and let me know that you actually asked yourself that question, so I know I'm resonating. And if you don't know what a likes campaign is, don't worry about it. But a likes campaign, what essentially you're doing is you're building up a subscriber base. So kind of like what you were doing before with collecting emails, with the likes campaign, now you're building up an audience. You're building up an audience of people that want to follow you on Facebook. So when you run a likes ad, what you're trying to do is basically announce to the world, hey, I'm here, and this is what my mission is. I'm here to help people do XYZ. And you're announcing that through your likes ad, and people are going, yeah, that sounds interesting. I'd like to learn more, and they like it. And that's it, and they like the ad, and that means they've actually now started to follow you on Facebook. Now, Facebook, even with those people, is still going to try to charge you to gain access to those people, but at least people are following you. What you've done is you've essentially are building a contact list. You're able to now follow up with those people and promote to those people just like you would with an email, except it's not an email, it's on Facebook. So a likes campaign is about building an audience. So, oh, sorry guys, something's weird with the Facebook app where it keeps dropping off. And so with the likes campaign, you're building the audience. With the ad, so now the other type of ad that you should be running, which I already kind of described, is content campaigns. So campaigns where you're actually focused on delivering value. So running traffic to a blog post is a type of content campaign, but it's also a lead generation campaign, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But a content campaign, you're focused on basically spending money to deliver value to as many people as possible. As a result of building that value, people that interact with your content, you could actually turn into an audience that you can then follow up with. So even with your content campaigns, what you're doing is you're building an audience. So what do you do with a funnel? When you have a sales funnel, when you have a capture page and an email follow-up sequence, when somebody opts in, you're building an audience. You're building an audience of people that you can contact with through email. And then you're going to do some follow-up. You're going to add value to them. You're going to provide valuable information, and hopefully that compels them to want to invest further with you. You're doing essentially the same thing, but now you're doing it with your advertising. You're running a likes campaign because you're building an audience of fans. You're running content campaigns, that's videos, and even to blog posts, because all the people that interact with your content, there's actually ways of turning those interactions into an audience that you can then follow up with. And the third type of campaign you should be running is a lead generation campaign. These are campaigns that are specifically designed to get somebody to opt in, just like I described previously, how it used to be back in the old days, where you drive that traffic, those campaigns drive it straight to a capture page in exchange for their contact information. Now, the reason you're not driving it to a blog post is because those people you already warmed them up with your likes campaign, you already warmed them up with your content campaigns. So again, if you're following me right now, if this is making sense, drop me a number 3. So likes campaign is a way of building audiences. Content campaigns is not only helping you build audience, but it's also helping you basically build rapport and provide value to a group of people that you're then going to be able to follow up with using lead generation campaigns. And lead generation campaigns is when you drive an ad to some sort of a capture page where you offer something valuable in exchange for their information, and they subscribe, and hopefully after that they buy something from you. The reason I do the reason I as a business, the reason I do these Facebook Lives every single day with Daily Dose of Awesome, the reason we do this is part of our content campaign strategy. So we are putting value out to the world. We're teaching people what we know, And guess what? Every single person that watches this video gets added to an audience inside of Facebook, believe it or not. So they get added to an audience inside of Facebook that we can then follow up with. So now we can run ads and other ads and say, hey, if you liked our Daily Dose of Awesome, if you liked our content, check out this free report on how to generate prospects and leads using the internet, or how to recruit through social media. We can run those we call them retargeting campaigns, but really they're just what we're doing is just advertising to the people that have already expressed an interest in what we have. So Vince Reed calls this whole methodology an ad funnel. So we're actually turning the ad portion of our strategy into a funnel in and of itself. It's not a funnel the way we're used to thinking of a funnel, a sales funnel. Instead of having a capture page, we have a likes campaign. Instead of having email follow-up or provide value through email and send content through email, we have content campaigns. And then instead of generating leads, instead of trying to collect leads, or basically instead of trying to collect leads, just the traditional way, we're doing the likes campaign, but we're also trying to get people to take that next action that'll bring them closer to the sale. So what we're doing is, instead of asking people for the sale right away, we're saying, hey, we're running lead generation campaigns. So the lead generation campaign and the ad portion of it, sorry, that was a little confusing. So the lead campaign is kind of like asking somebody to buy in a regular funnel, except we're not asking anybody to buy. So we're taking this two-step approach. So we're doing the ad funnel, and then we have our actual funnel on our website that are essentially going through three stages, except obviously with an ad funnel, the reason we're doing it is because we want to really warm up that lead. And what we're also doing is we're building up a following that we can tap into later in the future. So not only do we have our email list, we have this entire following on Facebook or whatever social media platform you're using, which becomes extremely powerful when you're doing any type of promotion, when you try making any type of special announcement. For example, earlier this week, we were having Russell Brunson on, and we wanted to help support Russell in announcing the giveaway of his book, his new book, Expert Secrets. And if you haven't checked out that live, definitely go check it out. What happened there is Russell says, hey, would you be interested in promoting our book? I was like, yeah, we could do that. Would you be willing to add value to our audience and hop on a Facebook Live with us? He's like, absolutely. And so we scheduled that. And what happened is, like, over 120 people were on the live with all of us, and we sold dozens of copies of his book right off of that Facebook Live. And so clearly we have an audience that we've built up over time that we can, anytime we have something of value to share with them, they are receptive. And as a business, that's really good, because now we can, obviously that can lead towards more transactions, more sales, more subscribers for our email list. So I would say the people that are following us on Facebook are really warm, great fans, and the people that have subscribed to our email list, they want to make sure they're connected, are rabid fans, because those are the people that are actually want to be engaged with us, so they don't miss anything, and they want to be engaged on a direct level. So that's what we're doing, and that's why you need to have an ad funnel. At the No Excuses Summit, Vince Reed is going to be teaching, going deeper into how it is you can construct your own ad funnel and create this strategy for yourself. But the simple thing is, you need to run a likes campaign. You need to be, promoting content, value to your followers. I know it might seem like a pain in the ass to some of you. Who thinks, who is resistant or thinks that trying to do content every single day on Facebook or any other platform is either time consuming or a pain in the ass? Drop me a number 4 if that's what you're thinking. Be honest, because that's what I used to think. That's what I resisted doing these daily lives every single day as part of our content campaign, because I just wasn't sure. I wanted some sort of guarantee that it would work. I didn't want to just be wasting my time preparing every single day. And, whatever. I made the decision that I needed to do this. And it's been well over a year since we've been doing these lives. And we've had so many people My first live on our EMP page. Here we are, big internet marketing guru, and my first live had 6 people on it. So 6 people on my first live on our EMP fan page, and I was like, wow. I'm supposedly making millions on the internet, and I can't even get much of a following on Facebook. And it took time and consistency in order to build up that audience, because the audience that's following you through email and through another platform is not necessarily going to be the audience that follows you through Facebook. And so you need to build up that audience, and it was through consistency over time, every single day, putting on one of these shows. Now you have to have something to share, and maybe you don't want to do it every single day. Maybe you want to do it once a week, but you're going to want to promote that content. So once you do the live show, whether people show up or not, you're going to want to promote the content using Facebook ads, promote the content to audiences who are going to be very targeted. So what do I do after this live is over? What I do is I actually run a boosted post of this content to the audiences I want to share this with, and that, again, that's building up rapport with those audiences, and I'm also building up an audience of viewers, which I can then follow up with later. That's how I'm leveraging these Daily Dose of Awesomes, and that's how we keep to bring on more and more people. That's how our audience continues to grow, is because not only are we doing these live shows, we're actually promoting those shows to an audience. So don't worry if somebody doesn't show up. People will eventually show up. The thing is, you have to do it, and more importantly, as part of the content campaign strategy, you got to promote it, and then you can do follow-up with lead generation. So if you want to know more, dive deeper into this stuff, I invite you to check us out. There's a link in the description if someone referred you to this, or go to EliteMarketingPro.com. On there, there's going to be two opportunities. One is to join us in Las Vegas at the No Excuses Summit, where my buddy Vince Reed will be actually doing training on exactly how to break this down and how to map out your strategy for this kind of 3-dimensional approach. And 2, if you want more nuts and bolts training and coaching on how it is you can start using Facebook to grow your audience, your teams, and generate prospects and new recruits for your business, on that same page, if you go to EliteMarketingPro.com, you can get our Attraction Marketing Bootcamp, which is an online recruiting course, which is going to walk you slower and more detailed into how it is we build these sales funnels that can help you produce huge results, change your life, just like it did mine. I got started, learning how to build sales funnels when I was, over 10 years ago. Very basic funnel, like I was describing, driving an ad to a capture page, generating leads, and making sales on the follow-up. Today, it's actually a little more complicated, but not that complicated. And we walk you through every part of it at Elite Marketing Pro. So take that action, go to Elite Marketing Pro. I invite you to come to Vegas. If you're a VIP member or a member of Elite Marketing Pro, you better be in Vegas, because we're going to dive deep into all this stuff. So that's it for today, guys. This was, I had an incredible time. It's great to be back after a long vacation this past week. And I will see you guys Monday. Have an incredible Mother's Day. Have an incredible weekend. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.